promise me you won't forget me.
Oh shit, you read the title, man. You see the thumbnail. 86 is not what I expected. Simply based off the cover art, I thought I was walking into some generic mech military anime without much substance, but that could not have been further from the truth. A common sign of good execution and good writing is the ability to make the viewer ask questions. Where did the Titans come from? Why do all these kids in this orphanage have numbers on their neck? It's almost like the story is probing the reader to pay close attention to every little detail in order to piece together the lore. And 86 is no different. Not even 3 minutes into the first episode, I had questions, with the main one being about the fact that everyone appears to have silver hair and silver eyes. It's kind of a subtle detail, but it's also glaringly obvious. But hold on, Slime. Let me give you a little bit of the lore so you can know what we're talking about. 10 years ago, the Republic of San Magnolia was attacked by these robots called the Legion from the neighboring empire of Giad. Apparently, Giad was destroyed by their own creation. So basically, the Republic is at war with autonomous machines. Now, when the Legion attacked the Republic, it was pure devastation. They was getting clapped, so some decisions had to be made. The country was split into 86 districts, and anyone who didn't have the silver hair and silver eyes, also known as the Alba, was declared non-human and sent to the 86th district in order to act as war machines. So if you were curious about why it was called 86, there you go. Now, most of the Alba are actually pretty chill about the war, and a lot of the military officers just sit up and get drunk all day, because from their understanding, the war will only last about 2 more years, and after that, all of the machines will run out of battery. Unfortunately for them, that is not entirely true, and I'll explain why later. The story follows our main character, Vladilena Milize, who's the newly appointed handler of the troublesome Spearhead Squadron, and apparently the only Alba in the entire country with any damn empathy. Because no Alba dares step foot on the battlefield, the handlers are assigned to lead squadrons of 86. They basically sit in their little offices telling the 86 where and how, while they do all the real fighting. And as you could imagine, the 86 aren't exactly too happy about anything that's happening. One thing I really love about this story is how realistically this discrimination of the 86 is depicted. They're dehumanized by the Alba, only being addressed by their district number. They've had their rights taken from them in such a systemic way that the Alba don't even consider the death of an 86 to be a casualty. Despite the thousands of humans that have died in this war over the years, because of the fact that they don't have silver hair and silver eyes, it does not matter, and the Republic continues to boast this 0% fatality rate. The 86 are promised citizenship after 5 years of service, but if you get too close to that deadline, they send you here to the Spearhead Squadron, where there's a 0% survival rate. Now, despite the Republic's belief that all the Legion will shut down after 2 more years, that's actually not the truth. They don't know this, but the Legion has been taking the brains of the fallen 86 in order to use as a power source. So not only is the war gonna continue past this 2-year deadline, when that time finally comes, there won't be any more 86 left to fight. So basically, these niggas are cooked. But let's get to know our main characters. I've already introduced you to Lena, the handler, and she's probably my favorite character. She's completely powerless to change the reality that the 86 live in, yet she does everything possible to make even the smallest amount of change. This is Shine Nozen, codename Undertaker. He's the leader of the Spearhead Squadron. He's also constantly plagued with the voices of the fallen 86 that have been taken by the Legion, cause for some reason he can hear them. Actually, his whole thing is that he's trying to find and kill his brother to end his suffering, cause he was also taken by the Legion. And I'm gonna state the obvious here, this nigga has a terrible life. He has an entire box of names and it's all his dead homies. I saw this and I'm like, damn man, you need to go get revenge. They eating y'all ass alive. It's not funny. Then we have Anju, Raiden, Karina, and Theodo. Of course, there's other members, but for one reason or another, they not really that important.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out! Here's the cover!
Even with the knowledge that they've been sent here to die and none of them will obtain any sort of citizenship from the Republic, they still decide to fight the Legion and lay their lives down for their homeland. They even grieve the death of their friends just like any normal person. And that's because they are normal people. It really opens your eyes to how disgusting the exploits of the Republic truly are. They're forcing these kids who've barely experienced life to face death every single day with no intention of granting them any form of freedom, simply because knowledge of this situation would stain their place in history. It's absolutely revolting, and as you could expect, they really hate the Alba. Despite how kind Lena is to them, calling them every single night just to make conversation, they not really feeling her simply based off the fact that she's an Alba. And honestly, who can blame them? Upon my first watch of season 1, I really got Full Metal Alchemist vibes. Now, I'm not saying 86 is as good as one of the GOATs, I'm simply acknowledging how meticulous the writing is. Every little detail comes together to immerse the viewer in this overarching narrative, and I fucks with that. Now, I can't say I have any serious gripes with this anime, although there are some things that keep it from being perfect, just like every other show. The deaths of the 86 are sad in the grand scheme of things because they're being forced into this war, but from a character writing standpoint, I couldn't care less about any of these niggas dying. Even when Lena interacts with them, it feels like she's interacting with the entire group as one entity instead of the individuals. And yes, I realize that's literally her job, but I would have appreciated learning more about the 86 on an individual level. Also, the action scenes are pretty dull. I realize that's not the meat and potatoes of the story. The whole point is to see how the Republic and the citizens in the 86 react to this war, but I don't know, it's just a bit boring. Finally, the Republic is unrealistically incompetent. Them having no idea about the existence of shepherds and just rolling with the assumption that everything will be fine in 2 years just makes them look laughably stupid. Now, I low-key already spoiled a few details, but I haven't said anything too crazy, you feel me? I really suggest you give this anime a shot, man. I really enjoyed this first season. And after I finish season 2, I'm definitely gonna make a video on that as well. Shout out my boy Navavelu, man. He's a very loyal subscriber of mine and he's been asking me forever to make a video about 86. And now I completely understand why. All in all, I'll give 86 season 1 a cool 8.4 out of 10. And wait, low key, the soundtrack kinda nice. I wouldn't dare play it cause Hiroyuki Sawano gonna take my whole life away. But when you watch this show, just listen out for it, man. I love it. I love music, man. I love music so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Drop me a like and go ahead and comment my slime if you're a real one. Also, go ahead and join the Discord below. Thanks for watching and have a good day, slime.
How do I make shit look easy, man? It's hard to keep it cool. Talk about me like I'm the problem. Must be hard to be like you. I got no options. Either starve or make a move. These niggas bitches, empty pockets, pardon if I'm rude. As Zaza on my line, she tryna call me, what you doing? Baby, in a way, I'm tryna get from her influence. Niggas acting funny for a reason, who they fooling? I was tryna keep it real. If you could slime me, would you do it? Like, man, you owed me yesterday. Zodi strong like pepper.